Hello, all you Leos. Welcome to your Gemini full moon reading, and this is going to be for the full moon that is happening on December 18th, and it's bringing amazing energy, and it's going to be igniting us to embrace the flow of life and kind of give us a little shh, to listen more, to talk less, and in doing that we're able to see things from a different perspective, and it really transforms how we are perceiving something. So we could be looking at the chaos and the lack of things in our life, but this allows us to be grateful for what we have in our life and to see the love that is there. And there's this beautiful affirmation that I found for the full moon in Gemini that says, I share kind, loving words with the people in my life. So if we are sharing unkind and unloving words with people in our life, this is a beautiful transformation that helps us change our actions toward them. So I am loving that energy. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from this Star Codes Astro Oracle, if I could talk. And this is going to represent just overall the 3-week period around this full moon, the week before and the 2 weeks after, what the Creator wants all of you Leos to know. So Creator, for our Leos, what do you want them to know about this energy around this Gemini full moon? What do you want them to know, please? Okay, that's the one right there. And you received the 5th house, passion. So the 5th house of the zodiac, all about the passions, and that's card number 43. So let's see what message that brings here. Here we go. So definitely igniting passion. It says, if your chart was a village map, the 5th house might be the outdoor cafe on the square where romance hovers, teenagers meet, and children run around the edges. Music wafts, a poet speaks. Here, people take risks. The 5th house speaks of our capacity to love in the form of affairs, romance, self-expression, creative processes, investments, and performance. The action around this energy says to ponder your loves and longings, whatever activates your heart, and ask yourself what you love enough to share with the whole world. The 5th house asks you to believe in yourself and put this activated heart into action. Think of what activates the sparkly magic you feel when your artistic muse plays with you. Remember what stirs the first twinkle in the eye of a new relationship, the luminous quality of the beginnings of a love affair. No matter your age, your inner adolescent sparks your creative process. To nurture that spark, be playful, grab a spontaneous moment, and let your imagination wander. Look for a work culture that encourages playful, creative, risk-taking, and adventurous collaboration and exploration. This is where the juicy new ideas arise. To form a good foundation for partnership, don't skip the courtship. Learn how to bring each other joy and come back to renew that spark in the years ahead. The 5th house also speaks of the children of the heart, of the arts, and of the body. The desire for a child, a love affair, the first stirrings of a book or sculpture, or the first notes of a song are the sparks for this creation. The 5th house asks you to take a risk, and you may need to invest in materials and be disciplined to manifest your desires. So yeah, good nudge here to express your creativity. And the challenge it has is to bring your inner adolescent out to play, but watch that it doesn't get stuck in a self-centered place, swept up in the thrill of creation, and damn the consequences. The gift that this brings for you is it allows you to let your light shine. And it says to let it be a gift to all the world. Your instructions are to play, create, love, inspire, and be glorious. I love this energy for you. Very playful, very, very pushing and expressing that passion that is within you. We, of course, are going to pull additional cards from these Tarot of Dreams. And I kind of feel like this is what this is about, is those things that bring you passion and joy that you have. Okay, they said they want these to be there already. That you have suppressed and that you have sacrificed for other people. It's time for you to play, and it's time for you to express this. And these 3 cards are going to represent the week before the full moon. We'll pull cards for the week after and the second week after as well. So for the week after, my goodness, after this, we got this one and this one and this one, and I feel like this one too. And then the second week after the full moon, please. My goodness. Okay. And this one, they just want this for overall at the end. So here we go. All right. So the week before the full moon, you've got the 5 of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities. And you have this Ace of Swords that you're holding in your hand. The 5 of Swords, the number 5, is all about transformation. It's about a new way of looking at things. Like I talked about with just that energy of Gemini, this would be a lot of that, coming into play here. So this is about you looking at things in a new way. You're transforming some beliefs that you have about yourself. And I kind of feel like that has to do with like, well, I don't have anything to share with the world. Well, let's take a look here. Yeah, you have the Page of Coins. This is also like known as the Pentacles and other tarot card decks. And this represents not only messages coming from the outside world, but new opportunities coming your way as well. So, where you feel like I don't have anything to give, there's going to be these opportunities that are coming up for you to share this passion that you have with the world. Yeah, because here you have death and rebirth. So there is things that are ending in your life to allow this new beginning to come into play here. So I definitely would look into your beliefs and thoughts about, it's like, and I'm sorry, I'm getting all these messages in my head. So they're telling me it's like, you have all these should be's, these supposed to be's, these need to be's and have to be's of your life that have suppressed you. And it could be, let's say, and this is the example that's popping in my head because of this painting and stuff here. It's like you wanted to be a painter and you loved it and you wanted to pursue it, but people, were telling you, oh no, you shouldn't do that, or you don't have any talent, or you don't, that's not going to pay the bills and stuff. Use that as a hobby and put that away later. You got other more important things to look at right now. And so you would put that off, and you have this belief, and you believed the things that they said. You use those opinions to make this foundation of your thoughts and beliefs about yourself and your passions. But now is the time for to use that Ace of Swords to find your capital T truths, to find that passion, to find out how you uniquely want to share that unconditional love inside you with the world, that passion that you have of expressing this beauty that you have inside. And that can be in a variety of ways, whether it is some sort of artistic thing, maybe it's some sort of business mentality you have. There's something that you can do that you're going to help people around you with changing their lives. And this is about you expressing that and cutting away those things that are limiting you. And so this starts, and then you hit the full moon, and then the week after the full moon, you have this thing that's removed out of your life for you to make room for the new you. The tower, it looks like scary and stuff, but it's beautiful because there's this beautiful message that's attached to this, like with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune says that you are this beautiful soul, and before you come down here, you determine, what avatar, what human character is going to represent you, and this is when you're going to enter this life, and this is when you're going to leave this life or this game, and you're going to have all these fated events that happen in your life, but still you have this power within each of those fated events of what story you're going to apply to that and what emotion you're going to feel that. Are you going to choose an emotion of extreme unconditional love or extreme fear or something in between? And there's no wrong choices. There's no wrong emotions, no wrong stories, but it is this beautiful awareness that everything is unfolding for you. It's not happening to you. And within any situation, you have the power to make it what you want. The Tower comes in is that, you have this thing in your life. It's either relationships or circumstances like job or education or your body or your possessions or your bank account. There's something that's been going on in your life up to this point. But for you to experience these other fated events after it, this thing needs to be removed and changed. And this is about the Tower is the drop dead date that this has to happen, and the lightning strikes this tower and destroys it to allow you to pass and move into the next area. It removes something out of your life so that something new can come into it. And I love the Tower because in some cards it'll show someone getting blown out of the tower by the lightning bolt. Others will show that, and then also someone leaping out. And that means that if you are connected to spirit, and if you are listening, and you're in this place of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, that's the frequency at which spirit speaks. And so if you are in tune to that, you can hear the countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, zap, and you can choose to step out of that before it is removed for you. But knowing that if something is being removed for you, it just means that you missed the countdown, and you wanted to experience it right up to that moment. And there's no harm in that, because a lot of us enjoy that electric shock therapy of that lightning bolt. And we wanted to experience everything up to that last moment. And so we do. And so this is saying the week after the full moon that something is being removed out of your life, but it's happening for you. It's not happening to you. Yeah, because here's the 9 of Wands. You are ready to step on up. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your spark, your aha inspiration. It's your spiritual energy too, but I really feel for this is that passion and that drive, and you're ready to take it to a new level. Definitely, and there's the moon energy influencing you as well. So this removal of this thing just helps create this spark for you. And you can look at it like, let's say, the Tower, let's say it was a toxic relationship of some sort, or toxic job, or something toxic going on in your body or your finances and stuff. And so we'll zero in on the toxic relationship. So that person, actually, we're going to focus in on the job. So you have this toxic job situation, and you don't want to leave because you don't know if you'll find another job. And so you continue to wake up just like, oh God, I don't want to have to go do this. And then so they fire you. And yeah, that is removed out of your life. And now this sparks this new passion. It sparks this new, like, oh, well, yeah, I lost that job at, like we're talking about, you get to choose what it means, and you're like, now I'm free to go really pursue what I want to do and find something more in line with what I want, and it's healthier for my life. And I totally, so you have the moon up here, but you have the moon right here too. So this full moon energy is definitely helping you spark this new journey for your life too. Yeah, because here's the 9 of Swords. So these are all those thoughts and those beliefs that we were talking about that were limiting you, that were getting you nightmares, that, give you insomnia where you couldn't sleep. All these expectations, the should be's, the need to's, the have to's, the supposed to's, all that was exhausting you. All that mental energy, and it was just exhausting you to try to fulfill all that stuff. And I love this because with this Nine of Wands, it's taking this Nine of Swords and busting it out, because there's this other message of, yeah, you can always go back and do what you always did, and you're going to get what you always got. So that's kind of like in that job, or kind of relationship thing of like, okay, I am leaving like this, let's say a call center customer service job. And it's like, okay, I'm leaving that. It was a toxic situation and I'm out. And then you're like, well, it's what I know and I feel safe. Let me just go back and I'll get another job in that. And then I'll look for what I really want to do. And it's like, but that's not how it works, is it? You go back into that old situation, get caught up, and then before you know it, another year's gone by and you're back in that same place, because when you did what you always did, you get what you always got. And so this is like this, now is not the time to return and go back to that. It's time to let that stuff go and move into a new place, letting all those supposed to be's and should be's go and pursue what you want. Yeah, because here's your Justice card. You're balancing it out. Here's the Ace of Swords again, making itself known to balance this out and show you that, yeah, there's a balance with everything, but this Justice is for you to bring into your life the things that really are for you, and not to get caught up in the physical human side, because those two scales, one of them is your human fight or flight self, the human character that has all these supposed to's and should be's and all those popular opinions on what it should do and blah blah blah. The other is your spirit, and that's your place of your passion, that higher place that you are connecting to. And it's like, you know what am I waiting for to live my dreams to die? I mean, this last couple of years, that's what it has showed me, is that, out of nowhere, we can have civil unrest, we can have, some sort of virus or disease that kills us, or, who knows, an asteroid could come, and, it's like, what are we waiting for to live? Don't go back and do what you always did. Live your dream. Take steps towards your dream now. Make it work. Don't fear, this whole opportunities coming in. Don't feel like everything has to unfold exactly like this. Really open up and allow yourself to see a lot of possibilities. Don't be afraid. Like if you have children and a spouse or, partner, whatever it might be, that you're like, well, I can't just live my dream because I have these responsibilities. Get them involved. Let them know, this is my passion. This is what I want to do. What is you guys' passion? What do you want to do? And what are we willing to do to get there? Maybe you live in a big house or in a place, a city that is expensive. And you're like, you know what? If we sell this house, we'll have this much extra money and we'll get this smaller place and this other place. This is conducive to everyone's dreams. Talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Okay. All right. Enough of that. We're moving into the second week after the full moon. And you got the Four of Cups. So yeah, this is again, the Three Cups are those external things that no longer, they weren't fulfilling you. They weren't making you feel whole. Here's your passion. Here's that chalice, the golden chalice, the Holy Grail. It's full of the unconditional love of the Creator. Again, here's the moon again. And this is allowing you to see that passion and seeing those things. How do you want to express this love to the world? Because these other things board your gourd. This is the passion, and it's telling you this is a gift that's being given to you at this time. So take it and run with it. Yeah, and here's the Knight of Swords. So Ace of Swords again. So you've had the Ace of Swords represented in each here. And the Knight is about movement of thought and belief. But it also can spill out to be movement in the outside world. So this is about this change of mentalities that has been happening. So this is showing that you are releasing those restrictions that you've had on yourself so that you can run and go to the place. And yeah, Queen of Swords too. So same thing. Queen of Swords has this Ace of Swords here. And has the beautiful water energy as well. All the queens do in the deck. So she's air energy, but She also brings in the water energy, which means she's balancing her heart and her mind. So this, definitely there's this balancing message that's coming in for you too, with that. And I won't go into all the things the Ace of Swords do because we've talked about that, but it's definitely saying you have the capacity to connect with those higher truths and to let those smaller truths go. Yep, and then da-da, Four of Wands. So this is your passions being expressed. You're stepping through those doors, but you're doing it through it with confidence and with stability, because there's this beautiful, a four, think of it as like four strong legs on a table. It makes a very strong foundation. So this energy that's coming in, this fire, this passion, is being expressed and coming forward. So I love that. And then your final card is the Page of Cups. So these are emotional messages coming in, but feeling new emotions and feeling, so this entire period of time is about feeling this overflow of the Ace of Cups, feeling that passion and that unconditional love fill you up and overflow out to the world. And this is your driving force. Dig into your passion. Let your passion guide you. Yes, balance it with your mind. Like it says, don't, overdo it, where you throw the baby out with the bathwater. But this is about making your passion your priority. So I am loving that for you. Yeah, and Leo, you're very much fire energy anyway, so you understand the passion side of things, but definitely this is a time to express that love to the world in whatever way is unique for you. You don't have to do the supposed to's and the shoulds. All right, well, I'm going to leave the reading there. I do want to let you know, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates by each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc., new moon, full moon readings, and some others as well. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those messages and want to get notified as soon as they become available, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this notification bell pop up. And if you click on there, that'll take you to your settings for these videos, and just choose to be notified immediately, and then you will. Also, if you're enjoying these videos, if you don't mind giving me a nice thumbs up, that helps the YouTube algorithm send out these videos as offerings to other people as well. So that helps us spread the messages and spread the love. So if you feel like you would want to do that, I greatly appreciate that, because every like does help the algorithm. All right, well, as you go throughout each and every second of every day, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, the Mother and Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So have an amazing 3-week period around this full moon in Gemini, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.